Hello, and welcome to the Get Lean and Eat Clean podcast. My name is Brian Grin. I'm a certified health coach, trainer, and author. And this podcast is for middle-aged men and women looking to optimize their health and get their bodies back to what it once was 10 to 15 years ago. I will give you simple, actionable items to get long-term sustainable results. Thanks for listening and enjoy the show. All right, welcome to the Get Lean, Eat Clean podcast. My name is Brian Grin. I hope you had a great weekend, maybe enjoyed watching the Masters. It was not the most exciting Masters, but I was rooting on Spieth to pull it out. But congrats to Hideki Matsuyama, the first Japanese player to win a major. So pretty cool. But we're not going to talk about golf today. We're going to actually talk about insulin resistance and how you can protect yourself from that. And I'm also going to just touch on what insulin is and what role it plays in the body. And I got this from my friends over at Primal Blueprint. Insulin is considered the master hormone for its role in facilitating the transport of nutrients and hormones to target organs and storage depots in the body. So a healthy level of insulin production allows for your liver, your muscles, your fat cells to repair, regenerate, and store energy for future use. So insulin has many beneficial effects on muscle growth and regeneration, and also on the delivery of hormones to target organs in the bloodstream. Now, insulin, the problem is when you have excessive insulin, and this can happen from the standard American diet. And a lot of people, this could play a role in disease, in increasing excess body fat. So we definitely want to, obviously, as I'll talk about, keep an eye on avoiding those processed carbs. You don't want to get on this roller coaster of always having high insulin, because that's when you'll get insulin resistance. So anyways, let me talk about 6 ways you can protect yourself against this. Number 1 is exercise. Working out and physical activity is one of the biggest determining factors to how insulin sensitive you are. And working out, this is not necessarily maybe just going 30 minutes on the elliptical. This is putting some muscle on and either lifting weights or using resistance bands. As you know, I'm a big fan of the X3 bar. Had the CEO on the podcast, and I can give you a little discount if you check out the links in the show notes. But either way, some type of resistance training, implement that into your life. Number 2, avoiding high carb, high fat foods, like French fries, most fast foods, okay? Because it's not going to only increase your insulin much higher, but it also promotes like more inflammation, oxidative stress, and metabolic disorder. So that's number 2. Number 3, I know if you listen, I talk a lot about intermittent fasting. So going periods without foods is important to lower insulin and heal the digestive tract, and also lower your visceral fat, which is the fat right around your abs. So number 1, just to recap, number 1, exercise. Number 2, avoid high carb, high fat foods like fast foods. Number 3, intermittent fast. So just going periods of your day without eating. Number 4, getting enough sleep, always important. Sleep deprivation has been shown to trigger insulin resistance in healthy subjects. So make it a priority. Follow a sound pre-sleep routine, and that'll sort of get you in the mode of sleeping well. Number 5, lower your stress. Obviously, stress and sleep are probably the cornerstones of health. And so they're going to be in a lot of things I talk about. Lowering your stress, obviously chronic stress and cortisol are known to raise blood sugar, blood pressure, and insulin levels, which over the long term could lead to insulin resistance. So, do some mindful stress reducing activities. This could be just simple meditation, maybe even some light yoga, things I like to implement into my life to sort of balance it out. And lastly, getting enough sunshine. Vitamin D. Actually, vitamin D deficiencies have been shown to be associated with insulin resistance. And so it's an essential steroid hormone that influences every cell in your body. So if you can get out and go for a walk and just get some sun, I know, I live in the Midwest. It's not always that easy, but do your best to get some sun so you're not vitamin D deficient. So those are 6 ways to protect yourself against insulin resistance: exercise, avoid high carb, high fat foods, intermittent fast, get enough sleep, lower your stress levels, and get some sun so you have some vitamin D and you're not deficient in that. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Let me know if you have any questions, and enjoy the rest of your day. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks for listening to the Get Lean, Eat Clean podcast. I understand there are millions of other podcasts out there, and you've chosen to listen to mine, and I appreciate that. Check out the show notes at briangrin.com for everything that was mentioned in this episode. Feel free to subscribe to the podcast and share it with a friend or family member that's looking to get their body back to what it once was. Thanks again, and have a great day.